which is with the help of Michaelis-Menten constant. We can understand this concept with the help of graph. If we draw the rate of reaction on the y-axis and concentration of substrate on the x-axis. The two kind of reactions, one such which occur in the absence of enzyme and another reaction which occur in presence of enzyme. So there is always a difference between the rate of reaction. If enzyme is absent, the rate of reaction is very low, but if enzyme is present in the reaction, the rate of reaction is very much high. When all the substrate present in the reaction bind with the enzyme, we can get V maximum, that is velocity of the reaction is maximum. It means all enzymes are used to bind with the substrate. V maximum is half, that is called as an Km value. So remember that Km value is the Km constant of the reaction which depend on the concentration of the substrate. It's the value of the substrate concentration when the V maximum is half. So we can say that the rate of reaction reach at its 50% of its compared to its maximum velocity. Km value means concentration of the substrate when the velocity is half of its maximum value. Another thing, Km value of the reaction is inversely proportional to the affinity of substrate. It means that if the affinity of the substrate is more, Km value is less. If affinity is less, Km value is more. Simply, we can understand that the substrate should bind with the enzyme at its active sites. If affinity is more, the substrate readily bind with the enzyme and the rate of reaction increases tremendously. For an example, if 50 molecules of enzymes are there in the reaction and substrate concentration is again 50, at that time the value of V maximum half is the Km value, and that is 50 molecules of substrate for an example. Another example we can say, if in the same reaction 50 molecules of enzyme require 80 molecules of the substrate to reach at the V maximum half. So here the Km value is 80 molecules of substrate. More the affinity of the substrate to bind with the enzyme, the Km value is less. With compared to less affinity of the substrate to bind with the enzyme, the Km value is more. So this Km constant was given by Michaelis and Menten scientist, and that's why it is also called as a Michaelis-Menten constant.